and welcome back to the Blurred Nerds YouTube channel. My name is Lil Bit, and this is our new series called Blurred Bit Beauty. Like a lot of you out there, I've spent a good amount of time over the past year home, and so as a way to pass the time and deal with some of my anxiety, I have dived into the geeky world of makeup, finding products out there that have a geeky slant, are made by geeks, learning new techniques, because, you know, in my 40 so years of life, I've kind of been doing my makeup the same way for the past 20 years or so. So throughout this series, we'll be finding out about new companies out there, new products, and just having some geeky fun with makeup. But today, we're going to be talking about a relatively new company that released their first product at the end of 2020, and that is Game Beauty. Specifically, we are going to be checking out the Adventure Palette. Game Beauty is based in the US. Their pigments are made in Italy. It's got some pretty mattes, some shimmers, some marbled colors, one pressed glitter in the middle. That's that light green kind of shimmery color. And we're just going to play around with it and do a look today. Hello and welcome to my face. Alright, so let's start playing with some makeup. I already have some on my face. If you have any interest in finding out what I'm wearing, you can find just everything listed in the description box below. Nothing in this video is sponsored. I bought everything myself, so if you check out a link for more information, you're just going straight to it. I don't get any kickback. Do want to mention as well, though we're playing with this gorgeous palette today, Game Beauty actually just released their second palette on Friday, March 19th. It is called the Fantasy Palette. I will insert a little picture of that here. I am going to definitely be ordering it myself. It's got some gorgeous icy blues, yellows, and whatnot in there. I'm already a big fan. They are gamers themselves. They like geeky things, and they really put together an interesting color of choices, and the palette art, as you can see, is just stunning. Okay, so let's get started. I think we're going to use probably three or four colors on the lid. So first up, I'm going to start out with the darker green in this palette right here in the corner, and that is called Level Up. And I am going to take just a short little concentrated brush here, and I am just going to start dabbing it or lightly pressing it right on the corner area up here. Not really gonna be blending it out yet. I'm just gonna get it there to start getting on some color. And my eyes are slightly hooded, so whenever, or at least I've learned that whenever I'm playing around with makeup, that I need to go a bit higher than the lid space, and I go up to about my brow bone, because if I don't, then all the color and time I have spent doing my eyes is for nothing, because you won't see it. I'm gonna go match that on the other side here, and again I'm just dabbing this into place to try and get a nice build up of color. Doesn't really seem to be any fallout. Come out of their eye booger on my face. There's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but I'm also just putting not a heavy amount on the brush at a time. Just putting a little bit and then sticking it on here to build it up. But again, I don't see any dropping down onto my cheeks. Okay. Does that look even? Not in my mirror, it doesn't. Okay, let's see. I think This side needs to go a little bit higher. And come out a little bit wider over here. And if you hear a noise in the background, if you're a longtime listener of the Blurred Nerds podcast, you'll recognize that as one half of our mascot squad. That is Bella the Pug. She is asleep to the left of me in one dog bed. And our newest addition, Leia, the Chihuahua, is asleep at my feet in another dog bed. Okay, so we got the green there. I'm going to get a fatter brush. This is not dirty. It is stained. I have cleaned it. It is actually stained by a different green. But I'm going to use that just to kind of sweep around the edges here, kind of diffuse it a bit, and start blending it towards the center of my eye and blending up towards the end of my eyebrow. I don't want to blend too much. Leia, you're peeking out the camera. Stop. Shh, lay down. Now, I don't want to blend this too much. I'm going to be mixing another color into it and kind of blending those two together. So I'm not sure how well this color will stay on. So I'm just kind of lightly touching it and sweeping it in. Okay, so we will save that for later. Next up, I'm going to go with the light green right next to it, which is EXP. And see, there's the other dog right there, making herself known. I am going to go with a shorter, kind of cinched in brush. Get that on there. And I'm going to start dabbing that right on the edge of where the darker green is, and then placing it on my lid, going towards the center. And again, I'm just tapping it into place right now. I'm not rubbing it in. One of the reasons is because I want, to get a lot of color payoff in there. Another is because I have found as you get older and your eye skin ages, that it kind of, you're tugging at the skin more when you start going side to side on the eye. So I really try to wait until I'm in the blending step for that, so that I don't get parts of the skin kind of folding over on itself and like skipping, and then I'll have like a line where the color didn't stick to it. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more and just go above the crease onto the brow bone there. Alright, now I'm gonna go back to the brush I used earlier to blend, and I'm gonna blend right there where the two colors meet to kind of make it a little bit more seamless, so it's not. Bella, Leia, stop. Shh, lay down. Alright, I'm gonna blend right there at the edge. Leia, stop. Watch, they're just gonna start chatting the whole video. This is probably what a lot of my videos will be like. Welcome to my life. Alright, blend at the edge, back and forth there, kind of diffuse it a bit. Go over and do the same thing over here. I've also really learned, especially on my eyes, not just to blend very lightly with the brush. If I do it hard, it flicks color to the inside of my eye, and then I end up with a lot of color getting embedded here, which for some reason is super hard for me to clean up. It'll be a little bit more noticeable as I go in with color closer to the corner of my eye. Okay, now I'm gonna go to this lighter blue teal color right here at the bottom called Ruins. And I'm gonna take a shorter, more tapered end brush. This is what we are gonna put right here in the inner corner of the eye. And again, and I'm just bringing this up and overlapping into that light green just a bit. All the colors I've tried in this palette so far, they're more on the powdery side of eyeshadow versus a creamy texture, which creamy sounds weird with a powder, you know, it's obviously an eyeshadow, it's a powder product, but you know, some products out there have a thicker feel to them where it almost seems like there's maybe a little bit of lotion in the product, some sort of moisture. These are definitely powders, and as such, I'd say it seems like they definitely go on lighter. Like, these aren't going to give, I mean, if I was using a white shadow as a base on top of an eye primer, I probably would get a lot more color payoff. That's not the look I'm going for today, but you could definitely see a bit of skin through the color. So if that's something you're concerned about, you'd want to use probably a base color, a thicker primer underneath. But they definitely blend well with each other. Okay, I think that's probably put a pop of something on the light green here in just a bit, but let's go ahead and move to the bottom lid here. Now, since I can already see that these colors are thinner and I definitely want to have at least the colors show up on my lower lid, I'm going to take this white liner. This is from NYX, and it is their waterproof retractable eyeliner in white. And so I'm going to place some on my waterline. That looks about even. Okay, now I've got a very tiny brush, and I'm going to use the same brush for each color I put on the lower lash. Let's see what we want to put on the outside. I think I'm going to go in with this purple marbled color right here. This is called Boss, and we're just going to press it on top of the white there. And I'm going to go in almost just past the beginning of my iris. You can see it a little bit there. Okay. Let's see if I can get the amount of space I take up to match on the other eye. Alright. Next, let's go to the orange marble color right here on the corner, which is ATK for Attack. The marble color appears there's also some shimmer in it. A few bits of glitter, it seems. Could just be the shimmer and the way it's hitting the light. It's very light. That's kind of right. And for the inner corner, let's use the yellow, which is right here, and that is Treasure. And this is more of a shimmery shade. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that yellow and do a little brow highlight as well. Just right there, using the same brush since I already have the color on there. Just give it a nice little yellowy gold shimmer highlight. Alright, so now we will add a little bit of mascara and the look will be done. Alright, so I've got my mascara on. I added a little bit of a gloss highlighted as well. Decided not to add any more to the top lid and just go with it like it is. Overall, I really like the light blend look of the color. Could have done a little bit more, you know, blending out here on the edges, but I, like many people, am still learning my makeup techniques, but I think you can see just how pretty some of these colors are. If you're interested in finding out more about Game Beauty, look up gamebeauty.com. I'll have links to them in the description box as well. Also, don't forget to check out their brand new palette, the Fantasy palette, and as soon as I get it in after ordering it, I'll be playing with that one here on the channel as well. Hope you've liked this video. I hope you'll join me in this geeky beauty journey that we're embarking on here. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to keep up with us. Hit that notification bell to find out when a new video comes up. And until next time, y'all take care out there.